Rolling and the sound is speeding. Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew for Thursday, July 1st, 2021. Scan. On today's episode, we got Nuge Forever. Danny Trejo is sick of being typecasted, and it's year one of the climate apocalypse. And the shit gonna blow up, motherfuckers die, and you know that's a glow up. Go up to heaven, see Jesus. It's bacon, I'm sorry for the heaters. I'm so wait for the heaters. Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew for Thursday, July 1st, 2021. Okay, on today's episode, we're gonna do a little bit of we got some sports news, we got some entertainment news, and then we got some other we got the big old heat wave that's going on right now, man. So let's just start off the show with a little bit of we got how was my week? How was yours? How was your week? Were you out in the yard? Were you digging up the grass? Were you putting in a couple ferns there, little privacy ferns? Were you out in the yard there, a little hot, sweltering heat? You know, a good time to do a little yard work right now in the yard there. We're putting in the privacy ferns. And, once we're done putting in the privacy ferns, we think we're going to put a little veranda over there, a little swing, maybe a little gazebo sort of thing going on, because we got these ferns that we want to hang too. It's after we put the privacy bushes, we hang the ferns. Were you out in the backyard? Huh? Did you go out in the backyard? Doing a little work in the backyard? It was hot. It's hot though, man. This is, okay, so I read this thing. I'm reading about this story that's saying that this is year one of the climate apocalypse. This is year one, and that we're gonna start. These people who are dying in this current heat wave, are gonna be counted as like the first casualties of like year one of the climate apocalypse, man. Which I don't mean to be laughing, but it's like so funny. Because it's like we've seen this coming for so long, like the 50s and the 60s, there was reports about this. It's been we're coming up on almost 80 years of knowing about this. And then still, it's just like, fuck it, just whatever. Everyone, like, there's literally, it's like 49 degrees. I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget this. It was 49.6 in Lytton, BC. 49.6. And everyone's like, fuck. Like, there should be immediate action. Don't you think? It like 50 degrees, like, it's like, buddy, that's like, what is that in Fahrenheit? Let me Google that right now. Hey, Siri, what is 50 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
Celsius is 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a fucking medium rare steak, buddy. You want an internal temperature of $1.25 for like a solid medium rare. That's like medium rare temperatures. Like, we're literally like outside is like, if you leave in New York outside, you'll have a decent medium rare in like less than an hour. It's like you do a sous vide, you just do an air vide. It's just air vide. You can make cookies. $1.22, I guess in an oven at $1.22 you couldn't really make cookies, but you could leave a steak out for a nice medium rare. And we're not doing anything about it. There was $18 billion in fossil fuel subsidies last year. By the Canadian government. $18 billion was spent to subsidize the oil and gas industry. Subsidize, man. Like, those guys don't make a fuck enough money. And none of the I hate Alberta dudes. They're like, I fucking love oil and gas. Like, I love oil and gas. It's like, no, that money goes. None of those guys are Canadian. None of them live in Canada. The people who actually own the oil companies, those guys are fucking that's not that's our money. That's Alberta's money and Alberta's resources that are getting stolen by fucking American and like Middle Eastern companies. And the resource and those monies, and then they get money from the government, tax money, our money that we pay in taxes to the government is then transferred via subsidies, meaning money that the government gives to businesses to help them run their operation. They subsidize them by fucking $18 billion in addition to raping the earth of Alberta, and then us not getting that money. And then my buddy's got to be on a fucking, even me too, bro, on this cyclical fucking, ooh, that looks trippy in the camera. But it's this up and down, getting laid off and getting picked up again, and there's no work. It's like, well, how about that 18 fucking billion dollars that you're just paying to the oil and gas companies? That's like a little float for the homies so that you get that money. Either way, you get that money. Like when dudes are making like 40, 50, 60 bucks an hour in the patch, they should probably be making like 400, 500 bucks an hour. Like literally 10 times that is what you probably should be making based on the fucking scale of work and the money that's coming in. But people don't think about that. They get mad when they talk. This is what happens now. People get mad. They go, "Oh, $15 minimum wage. Well, I only make 33 bucks in the patch. Why should a guy flipping burgers make 15 bucks an hour?" And you're like, "Well, you're absolutely right. You should be making $380 an hour, and this guy flipping burgers should be making like $29 an hour." So that's what you should be mad. Don't get mad because the burger flipper guy is trying to just get the fucking, a live. Get mad because you're not making 300 fucking bucks an hour. That's why you should be mad. You shouldn't be mad. Don't look at a man with a smaller bowl than yours. Look at the bigger bowl, man. Don't look down into it. The only time you should be looking into another man's bowl is to make sure he has enough to eat. That's the fucking only time you look in another man's bowl. Unless it's a big giant fucking bowl that's blocking out the sun. And it's full of golden fucking Cheerios and there's one guy eating it. You'd be like, buddy, well, we got regular sized bowls and you have a giant bowl the size of a fucking dump truck with golden Cheerios in it. And then if we had it like out there like that, but it's because money isn't even real anymore and it's just this magical number that just is hidden digitally. You can hide it and then you move into these gated communities and then you're out of sight of these. You don't even have to fucking. There is hyperinflation going on right now. People don't know about this, but there's on yachts. I posted about this, but it's a crazy fucking time for yacht sales because there's been so much money transferred just in the last year to the top fucking portion of the fucking people who own the means of production. There's been so much money transferred that they don't know what to spend it on. So now it's basic supply and demand. Like these yacht companies are like, oh, well, yachts, like there's so much extra money available that the price of yachts are going up because the demand for yachts is going up. So that increases the price of yachts exponentially, right? So now all these billionaires are fucking bidding up the price. And there's other luxury items that have gone there's people that are like wardrobe fillers that like when you're super rich, you can just fucking get a new, they just fill your wardrobe. They know your exact size. Everything fits fucking perfectly. And then you just kind of look through and then you get a new wardrobe. And just because you have the money, and these wardrobe filler people, their prices are going up now because of the fucking, all these extra people. It's like, oh, and I'll get one for my daughter now and whatever. Like it's the extra, even extra luxury stuff where like, oh, I can finally afford, a wardrobe person for each of my kids now. Like, thank God. So the heat wave is just a product of the heat dome, buddy. They're calling it the heat dome, which is what I made. I wrote a joke that the heat dome was the name of the condom that you used with the sketchy lady. That's a heat dome, bro. Don't touch the outside of that. There's some heat on that dome. The old heat dome. That's the dome you rock with a fucking sketchy lady. But so it's a byproduct of of the failure of capitalism, man, is that we don't have the ability to fucking just say no. So that's what it is. And then we're in year one right now. And I'm like, fucking A, like I'm talking about, that's why I like to devote lots of my time in my podcast to talking about the failure of capitalism, because it's like, at least I was saying something. Like when the ship's going down, like at least I'll be standing there playing the violin being like, I was yelling iceberg for like a fucking hour. But now I'm here with the violin dudes because fucking no one was listening to me. I'm gonna just chill with the violin guys. Why did I do James Blunt? Okay, right on. Promotional consideration for our show. Let's take an advertising break. Promotional consideration for our show is provided by our Patreons: Anthony, Blair, Joel, Nick and Mac, Marnus, Bubba, Taryn, Bryce, and in the motherfucking Hall of Fame, Colette and Andre say they name. Want 'em. And yeah, fucking everybody's having kids now. Blair, Taryn, fucking Bryce, Marnus got 2 now. I don't know about Tony and Joel. I don't know. I think you guys are fucking gonna be single forever. Bubba is just killing it out there, slash and gash. Fucking Nick and Mac are married. They can have kids whenever they want. You guys are in Jesus is okay with this. You are walk within the light of the Lord. Heat Dome. And also, promotional consideration for This Week with Drew is provided by KingTutsCannabis.com. Go to KingTutsCannabis.com, use the promo code Drew for 10% off the order, which you shall receive. And if it's your first time ever, if you're like, oh, I don't know about buying weed online, they'll give you an extra 15%, because, buddy, fucking number and a tester, eh? How's that sound? Hi, Mink. Go to KingTutsCannabis.com. Use the promo code Drew, DREW, for 10% off your order right fucking now. KingTutsCannabis.com. Smoke like an Egyptian. Okay, moving on with the show. We got Custy of the Week. Oh, gee. All right, that's good enough. Nice. Okay, our Custody of the Week this week is Danny Trejo, who recently in an interview this week, or actually I should say in his memoir, which is making the rounds on social media now, the reviews of it, which I honestly love Danny Trejo, but there was just one line I thought that was funny. He said Danny Trejo opens up about being sick of being typecast. Which is like, buddy, typecast as what? As fucking Danny Trejo, man? Like, you can't be mad about that. Look at how you look, bro. Like, look at how you look. Look at how you look, dude. You look like you're supposed to. Like, I can't put it any more. Like, it's like what do you want? To be up against with Meryl Streep on some fucking, and Tom Hanks on some drama? Buddy, you're fucking Danny Trejo, man. You're Machete. You just look gangster. Like, you're just gangster. Like, you just look so fucking G'd out, bro. Like, you just look like you look like you've lived 1,000 years of, like, pain, man. And, and that's what you look like. How can you be sick of that, dude? You don't even have to say words. You just look. You just stand and walk in and it's like, oh, this is enough. You're like a visual fucking, you're an archetype, bro. You made your own mold. Like, you're actually like that's a hard thing to do, because Hollywood has molds and then guys fit into molds, but every once in a while, like a new guy, like a Jack Black or like a you come along and then they break the mold and make this like new thing. It's like, oh, can you be more Danny Trejo? Like, you're like, I need more, like, people will describe that scenes as such. Danny Trejo. Oh, man. Okay, let's move on to the final fucking segment. We got time for Big News with Drew. Okay, Big News with Drew. We got fucking Nuge for 8 years. Oilers are rocking Nuge for 8 years, which I'm fucking stoked with, man. This guy is loyal to the Oil. He's going to end up playing 18 years with the fucking Oilers. That's fucking crazy. He's been with the Oilers for 10 years. He's going to play 18 years in Edmonton. Like, he's just a fucking loyal to the fucking Oil, buddy. And the way they structured his contract too, in 5, 6, 7, and 8, he only gets like $1 million, $2 million bucks. So that the cap will probably be over 100 mil too. So that leaves room for like him being shitty, but also still being on the team and a leader, and then getting some other pieces in, man. Because like every fucking Oilers fan, man, next year is the year, buddy. And my red light started flashing, so I just want to shut this down before. So we got fucking Nuge forever. It's the end of the world. Fuck capitalism. The Heat Dome, and Danny Trejo opens up about being typecast, and Nuge forever. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thank you to the Patreons for supporting. I fucking love you guys, man. You're the best. And yeah, fucking take some time today to consider the land that you're living on, and don't just get all fucked up and blow off fireworks and fucking sing "Oh Canada." Today is a day for fucking introspective fucking contemplation, man. Think about the land that you're on right now and the history behind it, and the respect